Okay, there's not many videos about this, so I'm gonna make one because I only found one online and it's a bit of a pain to find. So I'm gonna be doing the fuel injectors on a first generation 3.5 liter EcoBoost. Come on, you. And just so you know which engine we're talking about here, I'm going to give you a good look at the engine. Take the oil thing off, lift you off. Throw you down here. Oil cap back on. This is the engine we're talking about. Get a good look at it. If this ain't your engine, this ain't your video. And we're going to be doing the injectors, which are under this thing. And we got to drain the coolant first. I'm telling you right now, you got to drain the coolant first. And that's why I'm parked on a slope. Because this engine tilts backwards. This engine tilts backwards, and so you're going to have to either park on a slope like I did, or just make a mess later. I mean, you're still gonna make a mess with it tilted like this, but not as bad as if it were, you know, normal, because there's a coolant hose that runs the length of the inside here, all the way in here, underneath this, that you're gonna have to take out in order to get the plugs, or injectors out. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So, let's take a trip, shall we? Okay, here's a few things you might need for this. You might need some sort of collection pan for the coolant that you're going to be draining out. I have heard that this hose, 3/8 inch, maybe 10 millimeter, depending on where you're at, will fit over the petcock, and there's not going to be any back pressure, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, flying off. So you don't need a clamp or anything like that. Help it drain into this guy. I got this kind because well, I wanted to be able to pour everything back into the motherfucker after I'm done. Pardon my language. You're gonna need your regular socket set because, well, who doesn't need a good socket set? And as a just in case, get yourself some fluid. Got the orange stuff because anything else will fuck with it. And in my case, a phone tripod, because I'm going to be recording this shit. Okay, let's see if we can find this petcock using the old tried and true method of phone light. Where are you? Looking at me? Looking up there. Also, just a side note. Take off your rings, people, or wear silicone bands. One of the two. I mean, we don't need any degloving situations at this point. I don't care if you're a man, woman, anywhere in between. Take off your rings. Trust me, you will thank me later. Alright, let's see, where is this motherfucker? Is it in here? Okay, so the petcock on this one is a little different. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. It's under the passenger side. I've got a hose running to it right now. Let's see, there's the hose. I ran it up this way, and mine's got a cam instead of a twisty deal. So mine's a little different, but it is on the passenger side. Passenger side, see? Passenger, not driver. Passenger side on the Expedition. I've seen so many different videos saying it's on the driver's side. That might be true for the F-150s, but that is not true for this Expedition. If it's the same for every other Expedition, then, you know, fuck my life. But I cannot wait to get out from under this thing. All right, let's go ahead and drain some coolant. Okay, do you see that flat plate right there? That flat bit sticking out with the hole in it, right there. It's right on the other side of that, your valve to drain the coolant. It's right on the other side, just to that side of that little hose and just a bit above it. You'll be able to feel it before you'll ever be able to see it. It's up in there. You might be able to see it right here. I can't really tell. I can't see my screen, but it's up in there. While we wait for that bad boy to drain, I'm going to go ahead and show you this part too. I went ahead and loosened this guy, and the one down here. You're going to have to go around this way to get to it. See? Figure, hey, would you focus? Thank you. Figure I'll show you all the steps because not every video does. I'm going to remove this section because it's in the way of the stuff I got to remove down here. I'm pretty sure I can just get away with taking these guys off so that I can lift this. I also got to take, you know, this off, this off, this off, this, disconnect, a few other things I got, yeah, that. There's a whole bunch I got to take off here. These are vacuum hoses, vacuum lines, so they shouldn't be too much of a pain in the butt. Are they? Yeah, they're soft, they're pliable. Okay. Same with this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna want to take this one, this one, this one. Hi, Sophia. Okay, and I know I need to take this bad boy off too. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. Come on, you. It's literally just sitting in there, so. And that's your, stop it. High pressure fuel pump right there. You are gonna have to take that apart or take that off. Not to take it off. Disconnect it. Yes, that's the word, disconnect. Because we're working with the fuel system. Yeah, it's a sealed system. Just wish there was a Schrader valve. I don't see it anywhere. I'll have to look it up and find it. And give me a sec, I'll Google it and I'll see if there's a fuel pressure release, and I will show the location. Okay, so it doesn't seem to have a Schrader valve in the typical sense. So what it recommended online, and I went ahead and did, was I found the fuel pump relay and unplugged it. Yes, unplugged it and then ran it until it starved itself of fuel. I mean, that's one way to empty the fuel out of an engine for sure and relieve the fuel pressure. That's not my favorite way to do that. I don't like it, but it's quick, it's easy, and it only took about 30 seconds. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Side note, probably a good idea to do it before you've started draining the coolant. It kind of spit at me a little bit. Just a little bit. Are we still draining? Yeah, we're still draining. We're still going. That's okay. And maybe running it through, maybe running it helped circulate and get more fluid out. It's still draining though. I wound up just pulling the intake hose off of the mass airflow because, well, fuck it. Okay, this thing was a bit of a butt. You gotta lift the deal. It's just a standard body pin. Lift, remove. It was plugged into this, which was sitting here. Needed a little bit of wiggling to pull it off, but you're not gonna hurt anything if you give it a good yank. It's not fastened by anything, it's just on there. I went ahead and took off the 2 vacuum lines going to either direction, this one right here, and this one right here. I am working on, oh, and this clip that goes to this, I recommend removing it, but you got to remember it's one of these types where you pull the brass pin out like this. I used a screwdriver, got it under it, pull it, don't drop it, so hold on to it good because it'll come right the fuck out. But then this should come plug should just slide right out. It's no big deal. Now I'm working on this bit right here. I've already got this bolt loose. It's a 10mm bolt. You're going to be using 10s for those, and then the rest of that primarily are 8s. This is an 8, this is an 8, this is an 8, 8. You got 8s all over the place. Even these guys I think are 8s too. I could be mistaken, but I think they're 8s. And those are ones that are holding it in. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, big one here, and 2 big ones in the very back. And my daughter yelling in the background because I'm not allowed to, you know, work in peace. I also went ahead and removed this. I believe it's my PCV valve. It's the pipe that goes from valve cover over to your intake. This is supposed to be a quick release right here. Mine is neither quick nor releasing. So this is held in by a screw. I went ahead and unscrewed it, took it out, put the screw back in so I don't lose it, and that's my pro tip for the day. Okay, so my camera overheated because I'm outside in 98-degree weather doing this. But so I went ahead and got this bad boy off. I just left the throttle body on it. There's a cord connected to it. That little bugger is a pain in the butt, so I just left it on and left it connected, flipped it over so that I've got room to work. I'm gonna have to, well, see here, right here, this guy right here, that's the coolant pipe that I have to remove to get to the fuel rails, which are under here, which are on top of the fuel injectors, which you have to replace. I gotta take this thing off. There's no bolt there, no nut, no bolt, no nothing there, but the other 3 corners all have what look like 8mm. And I will double check that here right now, actually. Let's see. I've got the 8 on the wrench. Ooh, that's hot. Don't leave those in the sun. Yeah, that's an 8. So we're ready to make a mess now. This is going to be the messy part. Let's see what happens. Well, this guy's out. It's not easy, it's not hard. Just took that thing out, popped right out, then wiggled it loose this way, comes right out. And now we're at the meat and potatoes of the job. Okay, I took a little bit of a break because it's hot as balls out, but I'm back now and I have more light to work on, which works, but also means I don't have shade, which sucks. Gotta take all of those off. There's 3 of them. But here's the thing. I gotta do one at a time. Okay, so first I have to take off these 17mm fittings right here. Those are for the fuel rail. Now I take both of those off, and then I take the one off up here. This guy right here. Now, you gotta be very careful not to bend shit, because it's gotta go back in the exact same way. Ford calls that a one-time use part because of that, but if you do it right and you're careful, you shouldn't have any issues. Now I'm gonna have to move a lot of that stuff out of the way if I'm gonna do that properly. Before I go any further, I do want to point out there was a bracket fastener there and a bracket fastener on top of this guy right here that were holding the fuel rail in place. They are 8 millimeters and you will not have any issue getting them out. Just be gentle pulling the rail out, or not the rail, the lines, the fuel lines. Those are the rails down in here. Let's get to it. Okay, I went ahead and assembled the harness with the injectors. And here's the fuel rail. I'm going to go ahead and put those together so that whenever I do connect it all, I can just reconnect this and reconnect this to the two little guys in there. Notice I'm only doing one at a time because I don't want to forget which one goes to which side. We don't want to screw up the timing backwards. That would be terrible. When done right, it'll look like this. They made it pretty dummy proof as to which side you're supposed to put the plug on because they come with these little retainer clips here and there's only one little slot that that piece can fit into, so it's pretty dummy proof. She's ready. There's one of them installed. Now you're probably wondering, why am I doing one at a time? Well, these things only fit in here when the other one is flush. So if you get one in and you only get it halfway in, you're not getting that second one in. So I'm doing it one at a time, all the way flush, and then putting the second one on. And it's time for the rebuild process. This is pretty much done. Here's a little trick I picked up from that one guy who says, "What? No way. Fuck's sake." Beautiful. That little nub right there. It does the job. And now... Okay guys, let's see if I'm a dumbass or a genius. Ready? One moment. I forgot to purge the fuel system, so I had to let it cycle.